easier.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Robinson in at the center position.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Banchero. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. And down it goes, 2 points.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Antetokounmpo against Banchero. Oh, Robinson with a block. And here they come. 14 feet away. Tipped. Smith passes to Curry. Fires the three. Buries it from three.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3. From the floor. All right, let's go to Allie LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
And we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Wagner, good.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out. Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Nice D from Nance. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Curry. Antetokounmpo against Russell. Launches a three. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And then Carroll gets it to go.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Offensive fans, here come your box breaker crew.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And a change for the Magic. George, he's checked in for Russell. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row, and they've shown no signs of slowing down.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
The hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size. They're young and active. This is a great defensive team. And what's scary for the rest of the East, this team is still on the way up.
Ooh, Williams with the block. It's James on the wing. Defended by Wagner. Antetokounmpo for three. They grab their own miss to the left wing. There's the triple. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Banchero got a hand on it. Antetokounmpo with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here. So we'll see Giannis Antetokounmpo go to the line here. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson. Murray's checked in for Wagner.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
George scanning the floor. Pass to Murray. And he makes it on the layup.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
Milwaukee is gone 1 of 4 from deep. Nance finds Curry. Now Antetokounmpo, defended by Murray. 4-3. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
James against George. That one's good from James on the assist by Nance. James has got 6 points. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Antetokounmpo, that's good.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
And Carroll with a screen on Curry. They kick it out to Murray. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Bucks have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. And Giannis with the jam.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
40 seconds left in the first. Now George. Yet to see a basket. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages. So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Oh, deflected. Here's Bona. It's tipped. Williams on the wing. James left side. Fires from deep. Here's Jackson. Off target at the rim. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Milwaukee. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back after this word. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Wagner is out there with Keontae George. Then it's Keegan Murray, and it's Hauser in at the small forward position.
And one way to stretch a career, taking more shots from outside. LeBron, the ageless one, knows it well.
George outside. Wagner for three. James with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 4 to the wing, right side. Here's Dillingham. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Dillingham's got his first basket.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
For three, George. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. And this is their first time matched up with Orlando this year.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. Two very excellent teams going at it.
Yeah, they split their series last year. Both sides have loads of talent. It should be an entertaining meeting again.
And he gets to the rim with ease. Murray makes those athletic plays look effortless.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Smith, he's checked in for the Bucks. Russell's checked in for Orlando.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And it's Smith penetrating. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Tough make by Smith inside. He had to work around their physicality.
Magic trail by 8. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Milwaukee making some changes. Caruso, he's checked in for LeBron. Lee comes in for Williams. And Dillingham subbed in for Smith. And a change for the Magic. Bridges, he's checked in for George.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
And the bucket is good. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Wagner for 3. Knocks down the long J. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, and look at the stroke on Wagner's 3. Total confidence.
And the basket by Lee.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Now here's Russell. 14 points his last outing. Dillingham. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got 6 points.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
To the paint. Here's Bona. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Caruso.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. And as we start up the new year, here's a glimpse at the new power rankings. You take a look at Toronto. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this team is.
And Caro's checked in for Orlando. George comes in for Wagner. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
And you have to love the way he's done it, Brian. Grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A look at how All-Star voting is going thus far.
And so much fun to see the tallies start to come in. See how things start to look.
Well, you look at James. looking pretty comfortable in that starting five for the East. He's second thus far.
And that's a reflection of just how unreal his season has been. To place second in this tough Eastern Conference is very impressive.
And it's hard to contain the excitement as we look ahead to what promises to be an outstanding All-Star weekend.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek Freak is on fire.
Caruso against Bridges. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
He's off on the first.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
Reed's checked in for Orlando. The Bucks leading by 7. Caruso with the bucket.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Magic, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Pass to George. The three. And Russell with the three. Russell's got 5 now.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
Now here's Caruso. Back to Smith. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Here's Curry. Offensive rebound on the wing. Curry up and over Russell. Goes up again. Smith passes to Caruso. Antetokounmpo for 3. The kick out. Curry from outside the arc. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
Yeah, and they hold. The lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And that one drops for him.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Curry passes to Smith. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Antetokounmpo for 3. Russell with the rebound.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And we're going to have a jump ball.
Two players. That's a jump ball.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Here's Nance. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, please. It's all good. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
If these guys end up making the cut, this will be a dunk contest for the ages, man. They're not just athletes, they are showmen.
And as long as they show me creativity, and it reminds me like a box of donuts, I need something fresh.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Bucks.
This has been a weight room game. They're just stronger on the glass, and they're playing with a mean streak, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Damian Lee. And it's Nance in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. On the wing, Curry. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, down low, the Greek freak.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
For 3, Bridges. Counted from distance.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Ryan?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work, and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
LeBron, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And both free throws good for Robinson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's James. Oh, LeBron sending it home.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
The 3 from Russell. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Nance has got rebound number 7 tonight. Stolen by Russell. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Curry with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Bridges misses.
Despite the defensive presence, he challenges at the rim. Give him an A for effort.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Pass to James. From the arc. Oh, LeBron buries a 3.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
This one for 3. Offensive rebound. It's James on the wing. For 3. Fires in the triple. James has got 8 points here in the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Bridges. He's got a piece of it. James outside. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Bridges passes to Russell. Banchero outside. No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And here's Caruso outside. Orlando with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Bridges finds Russell, and the layup falls. Russell's got 9.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Milwaukee making some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Caruso, and Williams is subbed in for Lee. And the Magic making a change here as well. George is checked in. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Curry. Drives to the hoop. Count it. Good. Curry's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Wagner for 3. It's not going to go for him.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's James. Here's Nance. And that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the 2nd effort.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Pass to Wagner. Lets it go from 11. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Bridges passes to Wagner, spins, into the lane, converts after the nice spin. Wagner's got 14.
Well, once Wagner gets downhill, it's lights out.
Curry, and Curry throws it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
And a quick look at the 2K leaderboard, showing which teams have really been controlling the glass over the last month. Number 1, Milwaukee.
And last month, this team was active on the glass, really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
Magic trail by 20. There's 1:17 left to play in the third quarter here. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And watch out when Murray puts his foot in the ground. Don't want to be in his way at all.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. To the middle. Oh, Williams with the block. Here's James. The rebound by Murray. Orlando has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just start falling. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Well, you love the find by Wagner at 6'10", a good passer and has a great view of the floor.
And James gets it to go.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
The Bucks leading by 19. Outside, Williams. Back to Curry. Pass to Williams. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Nance. From downtown. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist by Nance. Nance has got 6 assists here tonight. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. There. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter, on the court for the Magic. D'Angelo Russell is out there with George. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Keegan Murray. And it's Bona in at the 5. No good on the 3. It's George on the wing. No good from the wing. Milwaukee shooting 59% in this one. A good average.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Inside. The shot by Russell, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Jackson goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half.
Timeout.
And they've come out with focus and execution.
And the Magic call time here. Making a switch here. Hauser's checked in.
Magic substitution. Number 30, Sam Hauser.
Here's Russell. A 3 from the inbound. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Here's Springer. using his post moves to get the 2 points. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Williams is checked in for Springer. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Russell, the pass to Robinson. There's the drive.
A reliable distributor, Russell will find ways to set his guys up.
The Bucks have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth, 6 of 7. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And here's what the Milwaukee Bucks schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Drew Holiday and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Looking at this stretch, they should have little issues beating most of their opponents. They just need to keep the intensity up and avoid playing down to their competition.
Orlando making some changes. Banchero comes in for Murray, and Wagner subbed in for George.
Well, Wagner can be a scoring machine. Especially when his team is doing a good job of getting him looks.
13 feet out. Off the left rim and out.
And I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Wow, that's a big finish by a big-time player. Banchero, he is something.
Here he goes. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. And Williams punches it home.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Russell from outside sends it home from three-point land. Russell's got 10 points here in the second half.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Here's James. And it's... with the jam.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. And here's Wagner. Outside Russell. And the three off target.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
The three, James. Fires the three. On target from range. James has got 27.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
1:44 left in the game. On the wing, Caruso. Outside Curry. Nance against Robinson. Back to James. There's the three. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Bucks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And for the year now, they've chalked up 35 wins.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
Well, you got to be able to finish stronger than that, but credit the defense for doing just enough to throw him off.
Antetokounmpo.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember. Of a potential comeback. Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Milwaukee. Caruso, the pass to Nance. And there it is for him. That gives him a double-double.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Pass to Curry. Lets it fly. That shot missing. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team.